and then the pause button. So you'll need to know where the pause button is, and then we're gonna have to do a battery and light swap halfway through, just so you know, because it doesn't last. You got it. Nice and
Wait,
slow.
is it
Keep it running
recording?
the entire time that we're here.
Okay.
Yours sounds like you
Today we playing ghosts, bro. Today we on the move. Let's go to Uncle. What happened?
Wait, I can't see.
I was smashed. Alright.
Ask a question.
Elijah. I'm trying to scream.
I heard that. I heard
Did
that.
you hear it was like a scream, bro? That's creepy.
Okay. Ask your questions. Ask your
Okay,
questions.
Elijah.
I think it was
I just wanna
a
have
was
a
it Eliza?
conversation. What year did you die? Just a year. Summer. Elijah, are you here? Are you here with me today?
Are you hearing anything?
No, I'm just getting music.
Ask who's the barrier dude, the president that the burial dude.
Elijah, who was the president bearer when you died? Not getting any names.
What was your other question? Do you remember? I thought you had like 4. When?
Elijah, how old were you when you died? Edge. Edge. I don't know. Elijah, where are you buried? Come on, Elijah. Come on.
You're not getting nothing? You're not hearing
I heard
anything?
the word dead.
No, be for real. No, be for real.
I'm so serious.
Really?
But like
I wonder if we get on this camera.
But it doesn't answer any questions.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm out of ideas. I don't know.
All right.
Are you getting anything? Do you have any questions?
Elijah, are you okay with us being here?
What'd she say?
I heard a music song that was like no, and then it cut off.
Ooh, that's awesome.
I'm so serious, bro.
I don't know if I should pause or not.
Huh?
I don't know if I should pause or not because nothing's happening.
You see anything? I think this is like the warm-up one. So I don't think we're...
Yeah, it is. He's gotten some words, but nothing relevant to our questions.
I'm gonna ask again.
Yeah. Try again. Eliza.
How did you die, Elijah?
Eliza. I'm getting some words. Nothing relevant to us.
Who were your 3 sons, Elijah?
What was the name? Ooh, cinematic. Ow. Did you hear something? Oh yeah.
Man, this car makes me look so goofy right now.
Are you getting any words?
I'm not getting nothing. And nothing relevant. Like,
Do you
I'm
think
getting
I
like
should pause?
podcast.
Do you think I should pause the camera because we're not getting anything?
No, step back. You step back. Keep asking.
Yeah, keep asking. Keep asking.
In a normal voice, not like you're young.
Elijah, how did you die?
All right, Jeff, what have you been hearing?
Nothing relevant to our question.
That you know. Remember, I'm withholding a lot of shit.
Sure.
All the simple things you're going to hear, I don't care if it's a commercial, I don't care what it is. Tell me what you're hearing. Don't give me like conversation. Like, my opinion, because you can't back to the thing. And now, it's like an English word. So, again, names, numbers, anything that looks weird, all of them, yeah. I don't care if it's your first. I don't care if it's your first day.
Oops. I didn't mean to get them. Sorry.
I thought I saw something. It was just a guy
Me
out in one of his
too.
businesses taking out
Me
trash.
too. I said sorry on the camera. Did you
Yeah.
say sorry? Is yours recording?
Yeah.
Say sorry.
Sorry.
Okay. So, like, I gotta say if it's like what they're saying. Like,
Okay.
Any other one?
Have you had any numbers?
Oh, yeah, I've had a lot.
What have you got?
It went to 7.5, 14.7, 29.3,
Wait, I can't see.
36.3.
Elijah, where are you buried?
That's why I was waiting to see whether
$200,000.
200.
Should I start writing stuff down?
Maybe. I don't know what 200,000. 200,000. Yeah, I don't know. Is that really relevant to us? I wish I could hear what you're hearing.
Okay.
And keep asking your questions.
What were your sons' names? Elijah. I'm not hearing anything. I'm just hearing names right.
No words at all?
I love.
I love.
Ask him what way
How?
another how did you die?
Elijah.
Okay.
What way did you die? Kick us out the door.
Kick us out the door? Kicked out of a door, abandoned?
Pushed down the stairs type deal? Kicked out
Was
the
she
door?
was she pushed downstairs?
I don't know.
I wasn't
I
listening.
have no idea.
Okay. Oh, he did. Okay, wait. Maybe that's something. Did you write that down? Did you write that down? Pushed out the door.
Say that again.
Did you write that down? Pushed out the door.
No, I kick us out the door.
Okay, whatever. Same thing. I like holding cameras.
Elijah, where were you when you died? Elijah.
I thought it was Eliza.
It was Eliza, the girl.
I think he said Elijah.
It's so sad that some of these beautiful mansions are gone.
That's so tragic. Yeah.
There's so many historical things that have turned.
Wait, are you saying that?
Like I said, where were you when you died? And I heard different country.
Ooh. Are you saying Eliza or Elijah?
Eliza.
Yeah. What are you saying?
Yeah, you've been
Elijah.
Okay, maybe that's why she's not answering. Try all your questions
Eliza,
again.
There you go.
how did you die?
Oh, 36. 25.8.
You could make it more clear, Elijah. Jesus.
I hope you can't hear me breathing in this camera because I'm mouth breathing so hard right now.
I won't respond.
Okay,
But it was like Hammock. It
I
was like with the. I think that's what he said in the podcast.
okay. Ask her. Ooh, ask why. Oh wait, if she's not gonna respond, then no. Try asking. Try asking why.
Why won't you respond, Eliza? Take a walk now.
We need to take a walk because this car's about to move.
There we go.
What does she want us to like? Maybe walk in a different spot.
Maybe.
Try walking over there. Because she said take a walk.
I will walk over
Oh wait, I'm recording cars.
Maybe try over here.
Oh yeah, right here in the spooky alley. Okay,
Alright, Isaiah. Is
Eliza.
the spot any better for you? We're only here to respect you and ask questions, Isaiah.
And learn more. Eliza. Eliza.
Sorry. Eliza.
Now you're done messing it up.
Let me tell you something.
Alright, tell us. Tell us.
Tell us, Eliza.
We're getting stuff.
Ready? Did you get anything?
Not on my
Right.
camera.
Rotate around.
Yeah.
Try to get all angles.
We just want to know that you're here.
You can't see stuff on mine because it's gray. What? Oh.
Jeff, what do you got?
What was it?
This is the thing I've got.
Read them off. I didn't bring my glasses.
I've got 200,000 for the live low. Put this out the door.
Yeah, keep going.
Different country. And that was when we asked if they were where they died, or where Elijah died.
Okay.
Jesus.
And you're in the Holy City, man. You're going to get a lot of that Holy stuff. Right? You
Yeah.
don't like to write it down anymore.
I won't respond.
So now we're just a bunch of eye on our right.
Mine is just gray.
Yeah, a bunch of infrared. Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm gonna catch. You can see anything about it. Do you see anything on these? I thought I was just here for noise.
No, I don't know. No, that's
Lots of
Like, oh,
conversations.
like-
So really nothing super relevant in there.
3 U's in a row, dude.
What?
I got 3 U's in a row.
Can't see.
And yeah, you gave me the 24.8. How's your camera work going? How's that thing handled? Because that thing's brand new too. So just like Dalton, I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions.
Good.
Does it feel awkward? Is it too small, too big?
No, it's fine.
You obviously got the counter moving at this point, right? Like it is recording. So you're going to be keeping an eye on that for me, just because I'm still learning about it. I also need to know like how to describe it to future people. So you're kind of one of my guinea pigs as well tonight, just like Dalton.
Okay.
It's a brand new device. I'm sorry, you about to say something?
No, I was just looking.
That thing also turns. I'm sure you've seen the video.
Yeah,
so
I've
if you
turned
need
it.
to turn it at a different angle to look at it, that's fine too. Yeah, I think that's about it. Again, how's your battery life look at this point?
It's got 3 bars on it.
So probably after the next location, we'll probably swap out your light and your battery, just so you're nice and fresh for the crazy experiment that we're going to be doing.
Okay.
With the 2 cameras that are in front of us, and not Amy's, I don't always follow up with them in real time just because they're small. I can send you videos over to YouTube so I can watch them on a much bigger screen. You guys will be able to watch them on your TV. So I usually wait for the aftermath of that. So you guys are hopefully seeing the point of why I'm not always talking like specifically to you and with all the communication. All right. I couldn't bring everybody back. That's what's going on here. Amy, do you see anything
You
weird?
guys want to ask a question?
Okay.
We've been trying to ask
Video
questions.
for it.
I got
Review it anyway.
trying to see
Yeah,
something.
so hit those stop buttons and
Yeah, maybe they got asked.
all right, let's gather around, everybody. Story time. Let's do this.
Don't we process or
No, we're gonna record. Like you're gonna record one way or the other, so you almost want to like hold it backwards, like almost behind you, to get a view of going one way or the other down the alley. There you go. All right, so this is Philadelphia Alley. If other tourists come through here, we'll do exactly what we just did. We can either split the seats, we're all gathered to one side. In the event for the camera, just so you guys know, other tourists coming through here, they'll either come through that ivy wall right there, because there's another set of stairs, or they'll come in the same way that we did. I cannot take you all the way through here. I've been kicked out of this location too. We're going to talk about it because it's funny, and I'll tell you why. But just so the cameras know, in any event another tourist passing by, just point your camera downwards. We'll all understand. Now, this is Philadelphia Alley. It used to be called Duelers Alley. This is where some of the duels used to occur for the city of Charleston. Every ghost store comes down here. All 339 ghost stores in Charleston, they all come here. It's a staple. I was actually going to take this out of my route because every ghost store comes down here, and this store is probably going to come all the way down to this as well. Because I like to give you guys How are you? Good. Yeah. Good. A little warm.
Let's see our feetsies.
By the way, thank you for taking the most treatment on this guys. Where was that? Here's how it goes. Doc comes down to Rhode Island. On high, on the reflection. Your body on the way. So Rhode Island, of course, issues. But Dr. comes down here, his name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. So you can slowly, as you guys hear the song Brown I Go Along With You, it's not coincidence. It's part of the thing. We get it all the time. So anyway, Doc comes down here, and he's supposed to be married to his fiancée, Amanda. Amanda is married a lot of money with their parents. She has some money. I'll go around with this casual. The attorney thinks Dr. Ladd does have money. He tells him to get rid of that money. He comes down to Charleston to get his money. Then he starts medical practice here. On his way to town, he had a coachman and set him up to be robbed and killed for having a really bad Uber driver today. Because it's going on that. They had a lot of guns or something like that. Anyway, holy crap, it's like a lot of stuff. But anyway, somebody was walking by and seeing what's about to happen. And it was when the newcomer first walking by Ralph Isaacs. Those initials sound familiar? Right, exactly. Right. So I'm sitting the letters of RI all the time on a regular spirit box with one in every shoe. So I bought one in children's. So the wife can kind of verify who it belongs to. It belongs to Ralph. I've found it about 7 times, but it's only when I bring up Ralph's name. Back to Ralph. He tells Doc, I know this guy. The coachman. He's going to try to kill you. How much me? I got drank with 59 surgery. He's going to rent a room tonight. You say you need to go. The doctor will run me out there. Gentlemen, my friends. The longer the doctor stays here, the Charleston, the more money he takes. It's pretty plain. Not after everything. Maybe you don't. She gets rid of this. She moves it down so they can get married. Dr. Ladd ain't no natural. Listen to doctor. This is the reason I keep that story. It's giant cliche. Every haunted city you will ever visit will have a cliche list of ghosts. We all have one. This one is happening to your doctor. So why are we in Duelers Alley? Here's what's getting into that. Doc and Ralph are some place though. Once they have each other because the doctor makes more money. That's the higher in Charleston. Better the other and they went their separate ways. The Ralph went to a Stratford newspaper and placed an ad telling the whole city of Charleston the teachings of the doctor. And I was like, good, this is great. This is how it's kind of bullshit. Doc saw this ad, but he thought it would. Let's go to this ad. We're going to settle this once and for all. I find that this argument started over access. I just like to point it out. A woman literally jumped access to it. They came down here, back to back, took their 10 minutes, returned, stopped on the gun in the air, shot his one shot. John went with his friend, just in his turn to show up. Ralph, that's one bullet, puts the gun and he puts it in the kneecap on the doctor. Doctor died. Ralph was his friend, so pissed off, not willing to do it. Friends pick up Ralph, they take him up to take him back to the He dies 20 days later, November 7th, 1786, after the election. She thinks about that last year. It's 1786. Gunshot wounds were a lot different back then than what we know the gunshot wound now. Secondly, he is a doctor. College tried to figure it out, but he failed. By a record, he failed to decide 10 days later. Every person approached the lizard for the missile tried to die. We have 3 cameras here in front of my most support. And when I capture a disembodied whistle, more than likely coming off with one of those 4 lights.
Oopsies, I didn't see them. Did y'all see that rat?
No. I'm listening to our guy.
I was listening to you. I just saw a rat.
Someone needs to be an angel.
Oh. Whoopsies, didn't see them. Actually, whoa. Am I supposed to record?
I don't find it so I can't say, oh, I know it's all personality right now. But the wall in between us and Cumberland Street was there because this was called Cow Alley, where all the livestock was kept in the city of Charleston. So I'm telling you this because they actually started building it down there. And that means those bricks are older than the ones we're standing on. Those bricks are sun-dried bricks from slave trade. And the American Party may have heard about this on other tours, but there's 4 handprints in one of those bricks down there, some fingerprints by some other bricks. And I used to take my groups all the way through here for a history lesson. There's nothing paranormal about that brick. You already know how I feel about cemetery. That kid's not staring at the brick in the afterlife. That's the last place you're going to find him. It was, again, part of our history. So, November 26th, 2020, I took my group down there for the history lesson and show off the brick and kind of let's move on. They all stopped and they huddled around the brick, waiting for something to happen with all the gear that I'm handling. I know nothing's going to happen. I'm trying to shoo them along. Let's go. Because we're also standing outside the dining room window of the beautiful mansion at the end of the alley. I'm just trying to be respectful because somebody lived there. I didn't realize we were out of bounds before at that time of night. The new owner of that mansion came out screaming. My daughter thought it was hysterical. Her dad's getting yelled at on the tour while he's at work. She was on the tour that night with him. She thought it was great. Anyway, we moved on. The next day was Thanksgiving. I don't tour on holidays, especially Thanksgiving, because I worked in upper management for Walmart before I started doing this. You all fight over cows on Thanksgiving. Scarred me for life. I never worked another Thanksgiving ever again. The next day was the 28th of November. I called my partner I had at the time, and I told him what happened. He laughed at me like my daughter did and said, dude, you're only allowed to go down halfway. That's the cutoff point because it's considered residential laughing laps. You're going to have to restart your group. I'm sold out again for Black Friday. I'm still new with this. I got to wing it. I tell my group, I don't believe in the next story because I'm into vampires, not pirates. I would normally tell you a pirate story next, but that's the other place I've been kicked out of. We're not talking about that tonight. But before we left the space, somebody with a spirit box heard the name Anne. I didn't tell them which pirate we were going to be investigating. The female pirate, Anne Bonny. So I'm like, okay, maybe we'll get something. Took them around the corner, told them what I do know about pirates in Charleston. Not much, by the way. 2 hours of research only. Somebody else with a spirit box heard the number 300. She didn't know it meant. I wrote it down. Do the research for them. We were there November 28th of 2020. Anne Bonny's trial for piracy was November 28th of 1720. We were there on the exact 300th anniversary of her pirate trial. I normally get the, that's pretty cool. I was pissed off. master's degree in creative writing. Whenever I'm doing anything, especially stuff paranormal where I have to research, I need like facts and data. Pirate stories come from pirate lore. That was written 100 years after the alleged golden age of piracy. And I say alleged because there's really no full account of it. So that's a problem for me. So whenever you guys are finding things relevant to piracy, especially Anne Bonny, that's a shit ton of books I gotta read. And it took me 4 years to get us up to the story point where I was at with that location, and then they started monitoring the location for other tourists to not go there. And other tourists weren't going there to talk about pirates and Anne Bonny. They were going there to talk about the Powder magazine, because that's what we would be next to. So I can't take you guys there tonight. Instead, we're going to be using Madison's camera for this apparition experiment. I will tell you the history of what this apparition is about and what every other ghost story will tell their groups. And we're hopefully going to capture things we normally wouldn't be able to see with our own eyes, which is an apparition. So the story is a little on the darker side, so it's going to get darker than Dr. Ladd, but I want you to keep in mind that Dr. Ladd will follow us for the remainder of the evening. When we leave this space, Sue, you can get unmuted, but when we reach the group, obviously move back up again, just show some respect to them as they're not looking at us a little too weird. Spirit boxes, Jeff, listen.
I don't want to be crazy.
Talk to me about like what we've seen so far. What other words have you gotten that you wanted to talk about? Anything specific?
Cold, surprise.
So she didn't have anything else before that. Any numbers I need to know about from the millimeters, tri-field meter, anything?
The lower yes is higher.
Yeah.
I was going to say the same thing.
I see you kind of loading it lower.
Yeah, the highest it would go is like 3.9.
Okay. I'll take that 9.2
That's why I was
for
like,
sure.
what the crap? That's why I was thinking maybe kids or something. And the lower you were going, then I was
It also
like,
depends on what type of stone you're dealing with. So some of the stones that are behind
They're
you
still in front.
is probably going to hold
Yeah.
on to a little bit of EMF. So certain stones will give off sometimes. And the reason why we go to 2.5 directly is because the Earth actually goes off up to 1.1. Again,
One somewhere.
so you kind of have to look at those certain things. I used to take you guys to an alley where the stones that were like make up the cobblestone are not supposed to emit EMF. We would get crazy readings out of them, like certain lights, other things. So it was like a rotating pattern, almost like a stone tape.
Sorry, I'm trying
It
to
was only, I guess, active like every 6 to 8 weeks. So like weeks 1 through 7 weren't always the best horse that night. So I just took it out of my route. I change this up all the time. Anything else that I need to know about before we leave the space? Nothing at all? All right. Yeah, let's go quick through that tour and agree this one. So let's get in front of them and we're going to go around the corner. Let's do it. Yeah, you can hit that stop button to kind of tell you the history. So every ghost tour stops here. This is normally their grand finale because there's something to see. So let me kind of explain why they stop here. They're one show and tell. The show and tell is in your hands with a bunch of blinky lights. Now, the sign right in front of Webb, I believe, actually reads, "There's no ghost here, but the Holy Ghost." They don't want people like me with cameras like what Madison's using to try to recapture what occurred here. Here's what occurred here. It's a very short one. 1888, a young lady died by the name of Sue Howard Hardy. Somebody tell me what her initials are. What do they spell out?
SHH.
What does that spell out? Exactly. It's very cheesy. It's campy, but we've seen it on the Ouija board device and we've seen it on your wordless device. So take that for what it's worth. Sue dies 6 days after her stillborn child. Very sad story. 99 years later, exactly, June 16th of 1987, a local photographer named Harry Reynolds is taking pictures of all of our cemeteries. He captures a full apparition in one of his photographs. Keep in mind, it is 1987. He does not have the technology that we have today.
Just on
He
the
has to
other
send
side
it
of the
over to
street, to the
Kodak.
left.
For the younger crowd, that's where we send our
Yep,
pictures so we can hold them. Yes, that's a good joke on the rest of us. Bless you. So, Kodak can confirm the camera that he took it on of what he said and that the picture was not altered. So now we have this beautiful apparition, and it is normally in the top 100 of best apparitions ever caught. I will tell you that the picture is cursed, which is why I'm not going to be telling the story for much longer. I would normally tell the Aunt Bonny story across the street, hence we're over here. Now, we're still pretty close to the anniversary of June 16th, so it's summertime. Still working on a new story that's going to be a crossover this way. However, I'm going to show you guys what this apparition looks like. It is cursed to females. The females that handle it, touching it in a digital format still, even tablet or phone, are said to get the same symptoms we talked about at the beginning: headache, nausea, dizziness. Pregnant females are said to not have a good pregnancy based off the gist of the story of it being a stillborn child. You guys can see why I don't always like this story. So I will show you, I will zoom in on the apparition so you guys can all see it. And by the way, I don't want to be the guy where somebody had a great honeymoon and 9 months later I cursed your damn family. So try not to play around. Let me zoom in on it for you because again, I'm the one handling it every single day. A lot of people like to try to joke around, like, let me zoom in. Like, no, get the hell off my tablet. Yeah, I'm a jerk like that.
You still see it?
I rotated my camera
around,
around just a second.
circle around, or if you guys want me to go around the personal time too. So here's your full picture that he took. Your apparition is right here. You're looking at a woman praying over her own grave with a baby basket next to her. I want you guys to also remember what I told you about baby George Pinckney over there, where the baby might be buried with mom. You find no burial records for this child nor a name. So again, I know the child was born, stillborn, but it doesn't mean that they wouldn't bury him with his mother. Again, she died 6 days later. So her grave, for all the people who are holding cameras right now, you guys see the cross headstone off in the distance?
No.
Her grave is to the
Okay,
left,
Oh.
and one more row back. We were actually closer to her when we were back in the alley. So just kind of keep that in mind. But this is the only visual that we can get.
Can I zoom in on this?
We are going to spirit boxes if you have one. Start listening in. Get those. Obviously get you unmuted, Sue, and then headphones on the other two. Let's get you guys listening. So Jeff, did you hear anything along the way here?
Yeah, I heard lost cause, wrong way, less fortunate, never again. Those are the only things that I've heard that like make sense. I can make out.
Right. Well, again, it's all about what you can make out. That's really what it's about. So I'm gonna write down a few of those. I'll repeat them again here in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm seeing a freaking bush.
Huh?
I thought I was seeing the lady.
I'd like to
The
close
bush.
the lost cause.
Yeah.
Wrong way, lost cause, less fortunate, never.
I want in there. What?
Finger got away.
What's over here?
I was about to drop this stuff.
Don't drop it in there. Nice and still. Nice and still. You have a zoom on there too, Madison.
Yeah, I zoomed in.
Okay, good. Give us like 4 or 5 minutes here, and then I'll clear out the area so other tourists can come up. It looks like we got normal tourists. How's that word? Let's go.
So what just came up was sacred rest.
RES is thing in Latin. SRES is also Latin, sacred thing.
Well, I'll be Googling that later.
Elias. Limit scope came up when we were telling them where to point. I thought that was
It
interesting.
is.
Milk came up when we were in the cow.
Yep. Cow house.
Belly.
I like it. Neat enough, we did get a 9 and a 15 here over the past 6 to 8 weeks.
I've gotten 3s and the 3 bumps in the 50s since we've been here. I think I had a 56 and a 53.
That's really
I
high.
got like a 3.2.
My thing might be faulty.
Well, we're also like on sidewalks.
That's true. Yeah, just since we've been standing still here, every once in a while.
I'm going to put a question mark next to 50
Yeah.
just because I am going to take a 3.2 just because those lampposts near us are probably going to give like closer to a 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Just kind of get that instance. I think I left this light on. It is getting super hot in here. I did. Why is that so? You talking to the Ouija board over there? You guys have no idea how much I appreciate groups like this. That everybody's involved, everybody's having fun. They're
I
smiling
heard
faces.
go.
We're not leaving.
My husband and I both heard go. I don't know, not go like scary go, but go. I was just curious what was there.
That's the end of it last week.
I'm going to give this like another minute because again, every tour comes up here. So I try not to take up too much time. And what I'll do is I'll move us down by the gate over there and I'll explain our last 2 stops because it's completely different than what we've been doing. So you guys will see that once we get rolling.
I mean, you see some shadows that
I am
look
gonna ask,
almost
what's the
like
relationship from each person to the next? Like,
So-
who belongs to who? Whose
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
are
So
this?
Suze and I are sisters.
Okay.
I heard
And
baby boy.
Mm.
this
Baby
is
boy.
my son
Get it,
and his
Jeffrey.
girlfriend is Amy.
Okay.
And then the rest of everyone are Sue's friends and very close family.
This
Or
is-
family and very close friends.
This is my dad, and then that's my cousin.
Okay. Yeah, I figured you guys were going to be all over the map. I was like, I'm not even going to ask. Too much going on there. Where's Doug falling?
Sue's husband.
I'm the 50s.
I'm his second wife.
No one else is
My arm hurts. My arm's getting heavy.
That's true.
There's positives to this.
All the
That's how we keep
downfalls,
this
none
right.
of the benefits.
That's how we keep it right.
Yeah, 'cause I'm too bad. Y'all wouldn't know how to work this
You
thing.
know, I actually
It's
have
just like
a really
this.
great
Yeah, but you're not doing very good at it.
I'm not. I'm sweating so bad.
Like
So
my
I'm everywhere.
current
I'm all over the
in-laws,
place.
My wife's entire family, like,
21.7 G.
like what I'm doing out here.
Well, that's
Like,
cool.
my father-in-law is my
Hug.
biggest fan. Like,
That's
he comes when
awesome.
they're coming down to visit. He goes to
Hug.
every tour. He just wants to see what's there,
Thank
what's
you.
new equipment, how does it work. He talks to the guests like he's been guests forever.
Oh,
He's
that's
hysterical.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
even like my sister-in-law, you know, and her kids, like I get along with them
Yeah.
super great too, in the same respect as you guys are joking around and kind of that mentality behind it. My wife's like, what? You know,
Well, pug's a common dog acting.
oh, aren't even breeded yet.
You're a
All right,
bug.
let's go ahead and stop those cams by morning. So, yeah, it's kind of a crazy thing. So this is as close as I can get us, like I said. 2 more blocks down is where this murder actually occurred, November 1st of 1933. Again, we're about 90, going on 91 years of the anniversary of this. Here's what happened. A lady fell to the ground and started screaming in pain. A man hit me. I know I'm going to die. She's with a friend. It's in the middle of the afternoon, and everybody's a gentleman back then. Somebody driving by seen a woman on the ground and stopped and hugged her. We can't figure out what's going on with he actually helps her into his car and drives her to the hospital. That's where MUSC sits now, and it was called St. Roper's back then. It's only seen it through St. Roper's hospital around town. Anyway, she gets down there. She has a doctor. The doctor's name is Dr. James Avery Finger. It's a silly name. We've got all 3 parts of his name, all who've been here, all on the same evening. The doc can't find what's going on with her either. Again, same repetitive thing she's saying. A man hit me. I know I'm going to die. Guess what? She did. Right on this table. And he didn't know what happened to her. Her name is Mary Ravenel. If you went over to Mount Pleasant and back again, you went over that giant bridge to get back into downtown Charleston. That's the Ravenel Bridge. This is a very prominent name here in Charleston. If you watch Southern Charm, there is the Ravenel family as a character on that show. Kind of giving you guys a perspective. I will make a few tags for the audio piece. We have a giant group of girls behind Web, so they're going to be chatterboxing up. I just want to make sure I don't capture that as it goes. So Ben's chuckling at me. You know exactly where I was going with that. Now, moving on. She did die, and the doc decides to send her over to the coroner and autopsy for him to figure out what actually happened to her. The coroner finds a scrape underneath her arm, like she was blocking something, and a bullet wound inside of her ribcage. It was a 38 that shot her, went all the way through her chest, and killed her slowly. Now, here's a couple of things that we do know. Somebody picked her up and drove her away. So, what you might want to just lower that camera a little bit. Right, that means that the shooter escaped. We don't know who he is at all. There's no gunpowder residue on her body at all. This was not a close shot. All of her jewelry and cash were intact. She was not robbed. This woman is 64 years old. I want to believe this was the second marriage for her, so that, hey baby, where you've been all my life, makes sense to me. She also is from Detroit, Michigan, which means she's from the north. She married into a very southern, prominent family. And that southern family member died, which means the northerner got her money. I'm giving you my perspective of what happened. Can't prove any of it. I'm just getting you real shit. Here's what's going to happen. You guys are going to come up with the questions on what to ask Mary, so that way Sue can hear her in her own ears. What would you ask her?
Who shot you?
Who shot you? Okay. What else? Keep thumbing.
Where did it happen?
Where did it happen? We know that one. That's a good one. So that way we can verify. We know it happened 2 blocks from here. I can't remember the exact cross street, but it's definitely meeting and something else. Someone she knew. What's the motive? And then, by the way, I want to also point out Jolene's question, was it somebody you knew? That's a yes-no question, but okay in this instance, because there's going to be an elaboration on the answer. No, I did not. Yes, I did. So in this instance, when we're looking for direct EBT, it's okay. Using radio chatter, not so okay, because everything can be counted as a yes-no because it's a simple syllable. So that's why I always say, in this instance, it's okay. Ask whatever you want to. What other questions have you come up with? Amy, you got anything? We know that answer too, which is good. Something we can verify. She was 64, just so you know. Why? Motive? I should also keep in mind, she may not even know she was shot.
I was gonna say, like she said,
A man hit me. Yeah, that's why I repeated several times so you guys pick up one next week.
How much pain did she feel?
Okay. Now, you guys are all asking me these questions, and I'm proving a point. When you're speaking to a ghost, you don't need to walk into a room, come up with a plan with your other person, and then go scream into the room where you think the ghost is haunting. She can hear us. Even though you're asking me, you're technically asking her. So if we get direct answers to your questions, hopefully it shows up here. Again, these were people. You have to remember. Now, a couple of things. You guys asked some really decent questions, so briefly, I'm going to tell you what we've caught so far. If you want to come up with more questions as I'm telling you. This is the new space for this year. So I wanted something brand new we haven't done before about the voice recorder, and I came up with this whole story, and I'll tell you how I came up with it in a minute. But what we've caught so far was a help in the background, and it was heard in real time. So it was a rando Tuesday or Wednesday, completely quiet, no cars, and I sent somebody around the corner.
I have to. They want it. They told me to record them straight on.
Oh, like a literally a Sasquatch.
Don't go for it. Ready, set, volume?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. Wait for you guys to both get the headphones on. Blindfold first. Alright, perfect. Close that phone up. We have 11:09 on the clock. And
Someone, are we going? Someone
Yeah.
tap me.
Okay, Henry. Having some technical pieces wrong tonight, so we kind of fixed everything. Henry, let's talk about your work. Can you tell me about your job, what you do for a living? You show us images of that. I got 3 gentlemen on the bench tonight as an apology. I'm telling you to put females here, which you're not always comfortable with.
My camera's supposed to die.
You can say thank you.
Experiment.
Yeah, this is definitely an experiment. Again, now if you haven't seen this before, here every night.
Listen.
Henry,
Pretty easy.
are you going to give us some images and maybe have a conversation with us tonight?
President.
Henry, let's talk about your work. Tell us what you did for a living. So nice and easy.
True love.
Oh, you want to talk about your wife? You got to tell us her name. I need to verify what you want to speak about.
Nephew.
I don't know anything about a nephew for you. Tell me about your wife.
John.
Henry. This is Webb using a blue box. You can give us images so he's not bored in there all night. You know how that works? Just get close to it. We'll pick up on the things you want to talk about.
Graduates.
Any words?
I got like the Northern Lights going on.
Not just the galaxy like what you have.
Nope.
Okay.
Now it's turned into the sky with like rainbow colors above the sky.
What location of the world would it be?
It's just the sky, my man.
Okay.
Well-
Didn't know if there was a seascape
No,
or.
no
Okay.
sir.
Well, now would be a bad time to say my thing's gonna die. It's on 1 bar.
We should be able to get through this
Okay.
on 1 bar. So they've been under for 2 minutes. We need 8 more.
Okay.
Henry, I don't know what that skyline was for, but it's definitely not a skyline we would see here in Charleston. Wow, they're really not saying much, are they? Henry, talk about your work.
Israel.
Oh, it's from Israel. Thanks for letting us know. Talk about your work, please. I'm going to be a little bit more demanding tonight because this is me apologizing by putting 3 gentlemen on the bench instead of children, instead of females. This is all
Psychological.
Jeff and Webb.
peace.
Henry, your work. What did you do for a living? You can talk about your last page and give us an image of that, and we'll understand.
Today. You're back on record.
Oops, I'm so good.
Your work. Got the word illness. Hurt. Look for the letters TB. Tuberculosis is shortened by TB. How were you hurt? How do you feel about me?
Highlight.
How do you feel about me coming here every night, asking you all these questions night after night?
Go.
That was oof. Personal.
It was very personal.
Yeah.
A couple of sessions I had with him. Henry, let's confirm that. How do you feel about me coming here every night, poking the bear?
Named.
Henry Timrod, did somebody else come here with you? Somebody else come here with you? That's a yes/no question. Nice and simple.
God's blessing.
Okay. Can you give us another image? Maybe somebody else that's lingering about?
Use her. I've been. Along with some keys.
Somebody else have a specific question they would like to ask?
Mm-mm.
Henry, tell us about your words.
And listen.
We will listen.
What do you want to tell us about your words?
My name is Derek.
Oh. We ain't even talking to no Henry.
Make the most.
Well, who's Derek?
What's the date?
I got an image of a set of rings.
Ready?
Set of rings?
Yes, like wedding rings. What it looks like.
Broad.
Are you trying to tell us to not focus so much on your work, but maybe the love you had for your wife, Katie? We need some kind of confirmation. That was a lot of information.
Who's Derek?
Isn't the deal. Words you love.
Now we're getting somewhere. That's why I had somebody else try
We
something.
all need to be forgiven.
What happened?
Protected. Relaxing.
Try to be more specific. What
Where have
happened
you
when?
been?
Just here last night.
Just do
What
it.
happened when?
Anyway, this
And I'm Danielle.
is the
Who's
first time I've
Danielle?
given my guests the opportunity to ask you questions. I'm trying to be respectful back. If you need me to read some of your work before we close this out to show respect, just say so.
Was Derek and Danielle married?
We don't know who Derek is.
Leading what?
Have a great night.
Oh, okay, goodbye.
Henry, we have a few minutes left. Can you tell me how many minutes we have left?
No promises.
It's got jokes.
Apparently, he's a smartass. Just
Now
say-
we'll love you.
Henry, how many minutes do you have left?
Saturday morning.
We leave Saturday morning.
Henry, any images you would like to show us?
So, escape the heat.
I
We
would love to.
Henry, I've asked you quite a few questions that I normally ask you.
Betty,
Who's Betty?
Elizabeth, are you here too?
Don't.
Elizabeth?
keep hearing this stuff.
Yeah, I ask you the same questions every night. You tell me to change them, and I will. Elizabeth, if you were trying to come through with the name Betty, tell us who you are.
Something young people.
A lot of young people here. Elizabeth, tell us who your son was. That'll verify that that's you. But we are running out of time. I'm sorry, what was that? Okay, we'll all see it when we're all wrapped up here. We are down to about a minute and a half. About a minute now.
Starting to happen.
Henry, what's the image that we have in the little blue box? Jeff's like gone.
All because
She's going quiet.
All because what? What's starting to happen?
into these things.
Edwin, we're going to be wrapping this up. Can you tell us good night?
I always love politics.
No, us too.
Henry, we're going to leave you alone. Can you tell us good night?
Already won.
Yeah, I know. We feel like we're leaving. Henry,
Pronto.
Okay,
like get the hell out of here.
bye.
Henry going once for an image. What was that? The favorite part. Henry going twice for an image. Okay, let's get these two gems tapped out. Let's do that thing off your face. I'm dying to know what the hell's in there. Cameras, go ahead and hit stop.
I have no idea what that
We're gonna find out. Take a look at it. Nobody get up. Nobody get up. Because I don't need baby giraffes falling on the ground. That's usually what happens. We're gonna take a look at these images real quick, and I'll basically select all the devices and kind of give you an idea of like what I think about the whole scenario of what just happened, based off of what I see here. So. He didn't see this when it was generating. I can't really like make them super big, so I just kind of go around the horn.
Oh, that's horrifying. That's horrifying.
So this was coming up before I gave it over to you. Just so you
Well,
guys
yeah.
know. So
What
like two
the-
dudes.
What the? I don't like that.
That's so weird.
Not good.
Yep. Artificial intelligence for you.
Okay.
Next image.
Yeah.
Chips and
What?
dip.
Very
got
exotic
it.
Sasquatch.
Chips and dip.
And we've gotten Sasquatch images here before. So can't really say much about this one. AI just being stupid.
Well,
Yeah. Really. What it is, what it is. So,
it is. That's exactly what it was.
next one. We did see some very colorful smoke skies. We call them the Northern Lights. I would call that basically colored smoke. Now that we have a little bit of a clearer picture on it. But everybody's going to have a different interpretation.
Yeah.
Again, I run all this stuff through Google Lens. I never know where this stuff is generated from. But we sometimes we'll get things like bloody pages and things like you guys already know about. Next crazy image, we've got stuff for two rings. I love the fact that this one came up, and then we had like things that were like Fall in Love and things like that that you guys had coming up out of your end. So I'm pretty pleased with this one being wedding rings. Like you guys can see that. I know it's very crude. It doesn't look very, distinguished like some of the rings that we wear today, but you can see the point. I'm pretty okay with that one. This one looks like, wow.
Like a knife.
Yeah.
Nice. Like a
Awesome.
hatchet.
It's like a hatchet type of knife.
Blood dripping off of it. That's horrifying.
I have blood on my clip.
It looks wooden.
I have blood on my clip.
So you guys can see what we're looking at now. Kind of looks like a hatchet.
Yep.
So
Saw that picture, Web?
Yeah.
that's how they come
Oh,
up.
that's why you said I don't even know how to describe it. Oh,
Do you want to know something funny though? It looks like her hair clip.
Let me see your hair clip.
Yeah. That is crazy.
I mean,
When you look like a
So 5 images grand total. I would say like this is kind of sketchy because there were a few things that were relevant to what we were saying. We did get a lot of like the word go. And then I was asking like, hey, how do you feel about me coming here every night? And you said go. And then I said we're about to leave, and you said pronto. Yeah, it was kind of like he's not always happy with me being here. So I'm going to call this like slightly successful until I actually go through the end of the recording from your end. Which, by the way, next to your volume button, you have an actual button. I want you to click it in the opposite direction so it turns the machine off. I did happen to see that you were tapping your device. I know that that's how yours works, but that's something for me for next time to shut that feature off, so that way you don't have to do it. Okay. So this actually worked out because you kind of already knew the device pretty well. Yeah. So you were the perfect guinea pig. So thank you for that. Yeah, you want to click this.